Welcome back to the Raidsmank podcast. I am your host for the evening, Heartless, joined, of course, by Hoyt and Poplo.
Hello.
Boys, it's nice to be back. I unfortunately had to skip last week because of a scheduling conflict, but that's kind of the way it goes sometimes.
Yeah, welcome back.
Good to have you.
I listened to the episode. I think you guys did a great job. It was a good listen.
Oh, thank you.
So
it was a fun one
for that one.
It was.
Especially, oh god, the harrowing tale of Hoyt in the wilderness.
Oh man, I can't believe you missed that. You would have been cackling. That was a good one.
I was cackling. The Voidwaker blade is just.
Oh, the blade! That one had to hurt so bad.
Yeah,
that's a really tough one.
How are you recovering this week?
I've been good.
Better.
I've been I was running some math and some calcs on if I should do Venenatis or Spindle, and Spindle is the way to go. Just doing some like ideal hours, even with being interrupted, and they're actually closer than I thought, but the pet is a lot faster at Spindle, so still going for the Voidwaker. I haven't been back to Vedion yet, but I've got my eyes on him. I'll be back.
Who could blame you?
Yeah, don't tell anyone. It'd be a shame if someone killed me.
We'll send everyone out in the wilderness for you. All hands on deck for that one.
Yep.
So yeah, boys, we're gonna start with what we've been up to, a classic. But before we do that, I want to apologize because I've been hitting that drum and bass for the first 6 or 7 episodes. I know I love my tunes, but I realize that I have kind of been, as you know, a major ADHD kid myself. I tap my knees a lot, and they've been hitting the bottom of my desk on occasion. So that's on me. You can't blame Hoyt for that one.
You hate to see it.
And I also apologize for the loud car alarm that's going off in the parking lot next to me. If you guys can hear that. It's not too bad. God, I hope it doesn't pick up. It's so loud. I live next to, close to a hotel. The car alarms are so annoying, I swear to God. It's just going off all the time. Super sensitive for no reason. No one's going to steal your car up here in Canada. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, some kids probably just got their keys mashing the alarm button.
Yeah, that's probably what it is. Anyways, moving on. Yeah, the sound quality issues, we're slowly working through them. Hoyt, your mic sounds absolutely crisp.
Oh yeah.
So that's nice here. And Poplo, yours has been really good since you changed over from the tin can.
Hooray! Yeah,
and onto the snowball. So it sounds really good, boys. So yeah, apologies for me, but I'll be mindful of that in the future. I actually recorded the first 4 episodes from my living room because I had my PC connected to my TV in August because my fiance and I were playing some games and things on there. So
nice. You're full screening on the giant flat screen TV. RuneScape?
Yeah, I was. Yeah. I didn't do too much RuneScape at the time. I was mobiling and watching videos and stuff. But yeah, I've done a little Duke on the TV before. It's not a great look, but it has to be done.
It works, but
I love that. That's hilarious.
The refresh rate on those TVs just kill you. Like, you don't realize it, but you realize it real quick because your mouse looks like PowerPoint slides, but the refresh rate's like 30 on even pretty decent TVs. But my boomer dad, he always wants me to use his setup when I visit home, and he's just got a huge TV by his desk. I'm like, I'm not doing that, dude. It's oh man, it's funny.
That's awesome.
But
yeah. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend the booming TV. Yeah. I know a few people who game on those full time. Yeah, let's move on to what we've been up to. So I want to hear from you guys. Let's start with you, Poplo. What's been on the cards this week?
Well, let's see. This week I went back to the Delve boss, back to the Doom. You know, I can't ever get away from that place. But went back for the combat achievements. So got those all knocked out. Like I mentioned last week, I green logged it, and we're done with combat achievements, so I can leave that boss in the past now. So
GG.
Other than that, thank you. Other than that, kind of just been running a little bit of Penguin Agility. I dipped my toes back into some Temperos, the unforgiving maiden that Temperos is.
An old faithful.
Old faithful, yeah. And yeah, I've been playing a little bit of a group Iron Man account that
What?
I've been doing for a little bit. So
What? He's
That's
coming
a
to the dark
twist.
side.
yeah.
Tell us about the GIMP.
So I've been doing the game for a couple weeks now, but yeah, big reveal, shocker. I said I'd never play an Iron Man. This is my way around that, obviously.
I'll just
But
play
I've
the
been
worst
playing
version.
with what? It's so much better.
Just
Because
kidding.
like, hey, anybody, I got to get some crafting levels, some cooking levels. You guys funnel some gems and some fish my way, so I don't have to go out and do it all myself. It's the best of both worlds.
yeah.
Yeah, great. I've been playing with some of my family members who used to play RuneScape back in the day. And yeah, just one day, just got a text like, hey, we're thinking about making a group Iron Man, hopping back on. Would you want to be part of the group? And I was like, yeah, of course.
That is awesome.
You guys can't make a group without me.
Is that
So-
your legendary cousin Caleb? Is he involved?
Yeah, my brother Caleb.
Oh, it's your brother. I thought it was your cousin.
Nope. So it is with my brother and two of my other cousins. But yeah, the famous Caleb Quit account. Caleb is back, everybody. He is
Hell yeah.
unquit.
So do you
I mean,
have
that's still
to
my
Gonna-
but he's-
do you have to tone down like how much you know about the game so you don't overwhelm them? You're like find yourself acting like a noob so they feel a little more comfortable, or do they just go to you for all
Oh.
questions?
Quite the opposite. I know nothing about Iron Man.
Oh,
I know
okay.
nothing about the early game. I am currently shooting crab with a bone crossbow, trying to get some range levels,
Yeah.
I don't know anything. Actually, so I thought it would be really fun to follow follow an Iron Man guide, just because, I don't know, I like checking things off a list and following like an efficiency guide. I thought would be kind of fun just to try. And so I started doing the Bruh Sailor Iron Man guide. And first off, it's got like a checklist with it, but it's terrible. It's like read the whole paragraph and then you can check off like 8 things. Like it's all in one chunk instead of breaking it up into like individual tasks. And I think that part is very annoying, but it's supposed to be the most efficient. I'm having fun with it right now. Doing a lot of multi-questing and stuff. It's just supposed to be like making the most of all of your, like while you're in Varrock or something, you go talk to these 4 people and progress these quests, and then you move on to wherever the next thing is. And I've been kind of enjoying that. It's been really nice to, like, sometimes it says like thieve until you have 1 million GP or something, and then it's like, oh well, I have that because we've been sharing stuff, like the other people in the in our group can give me some money and I don't have to stay there for as long. And so it's kind of nice that some of the grinds are broken up a little bit shorter, unless you need like a specific level, obviously. But yeah, I've liked it so far. I'll probably stick with it just through some of the early to mid game questing. And then like I've already, done AFK stuff that's not on the guide just to use time well in the day, because I don't always have time just to sit down and bust out a super efficient chunk of time. So that's why I'm, shooting crab and stuff like that. But yeah, that's the secret gim. That is not
awesome.
so secret anymore. So big reveal. Yeah.
I'm glad you're
I'm
trying
gonna
Iron Man
try
out.
to. What's that?
I'm glad you're trying Iron Man out, and group is such a good way to like get that experience, maybe without some of the worst parts. But some of the Iron Man fun is the fact that everyone has to do certain things. But nowadays there's so much variety. It's changing. Like everyone used to have to mine sand and get seaweed, but now a lot of people just do stars and cut gems. So the meta is always changing. So it's exciting.
Yeah, exactly.
We get to live
it's kinda
vicariously through you and your GIM journey. So that'll be cool.
That's right. It's the Iron Man light mode. Because I'm not crazy in it. I said this before. I'm not going to make an actual Iron Man. I still, have stuff to do on the main and all that stuff. I still got goals.
Sure.
But this is dipping my toes in, so I don't know. Maybe it's a slippery slope.
Yeah, the gateway drug is going.
It's a gate. Yeah, it's a gateway Iron Man. That's what GIM stands for.
It's Definitely gimps are a good way to dip in. I feel like the mode does get pretty extreme in the late game if you ever do make it, but so few gimps make it as a group to the end game.
Yeah.
That you just don't see them very often, do you? Like fully geared gimps, unless there are people who, oh yeah, my friends quit when they were like level 90 or something, and I just kind of took all the gear and now I'm playing it as a regular Iron Man.
Yeah, that's what I hear most of the time.
That seems to be.
I'm optimistic. I think we'll make it because like we used to raid back in the day and stuff. I remember doing a lot of chambers and a lot of CMs with these guys. So I think we'll make it at some point. We're looking forward to it. And honestly, I'm probably one of the, like, I'm the farthest behind. I think other people, their accounts are further ahead than I am, and I probably am just pulling up their rear, but I help out in other ways. So
you'll catch up. You can help them get those Grandmaster CAs when you get there.
Yeah, that's right. I have a different skill set, a particular set of skills.
You'll have your moment.
That's right.
Anyways, yeah, that's been what I've been up to this week. Been pretty fun.
That's awesome. Yeah. What about you, Mr. Hoyt?
I went into it earlier, but really just continuing the Void Waker grind. I'm closing in on 99 herb lore this week, so that's kind of cool. And that is about it. I got 450k to go, so that'll be cool. It's one of those skills you just passively get, but when we say passively, it takes years. You could knock it out in 6 months, but no one's doing that. So it's cool to see. I'll be down to 3 skills left for max, so that'll be cool.
Whoa.
Yeah, but
it's crazy. Are you planning on maxing before you get your Infernal Cape or no?
We'll have to leave it as a surprise. I don't know.
Okay.
The goal is still Infernal first, but sailing does put a wrench in all that. The real question now is, do I want max cape before sailing, or do I not care? So,
right,
we'll see.
Yeah, what are your guys' estimations for sailing drop? What kind of timeline?
Ooh.
Next summer.
I'd say
we're still probably 9 months out. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, you think it's actually going to be next? Like it's going to be delayed? Make it delayed?
I think so. I hope it is.
I say.
Wait, what about you?
Sailing part 1, late December. Absolute full procrastination to the last week, and Mod North is going to run in that office and say, "You must release it. You have no choice." With HR.
Okay. I think it's going to come out earlier than that. I think it's going to be like a November release so that they have time to do any fixes when it hits the main game, because this is like basically their biggest update ever, I would say.
Yeah.
Adding a new skill as far as bringing players to the game. So they need it to go off smoothly, and they can't just release it mid-December and then go on Christmas break.
I think they said autumn.
Yeah, so it could even be that autumn means October to me. September, October.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking like early November maybe, but if I were them, I'd wait till almost the end of the year. But yeah.
Okay.
I feel like I would be
like
nervous.
A dangerous prospect. I'd be nervous too. Everyone's on holidays. You don't have.
Yeah, no, it's not smart
to fix stuff that goes wrong.
Especially
if the servers are overloaded.
Yeah, I think we could all agree it doesn't really seem ready. But they're hiding their cards as they should. But I don't want sailing part 1. I know it's not all going to be there on release. It'd be silly to think otherwise. But I don't want some like weird, like, I just don't want sailing part 1. Yeah, like forestry.
Yeah, you want it to just be dumped out all at the same time, like fully released.
At least like 85%. I don't want some weird 60%. Like, what if they release without Barracuda trials or something? Like imagine.
Yeah, I think they should release I think they should fully release the skill, like nothing left behind.
Yeah, and we'll never
That's
get
how I would
that
do it if I were them.
But that would be ideal.
Yeah,
hey,
I agree.
We'll dream. We can dream.
Yeah.
We can dream. Well, that's good, Hoyt. I'm glad you've been grinding.
Yeah, what about you?
Yeah. For me, I guess it's been 2 weeks for the update, but I've just been grinding agility, of course. I've decided to Alch and do agility. I know, so exciting.
Whoa.
It does make the time go past a little bit. I mean, it makes it a little bit smoother.
Alching with agility.
Yeah, I know.
You're supposed to be picking your nose with that hand.
on the big screen TV.
If I'm on mobile, I won't Alch agility. But if I'm at the PC, I'm talking to friends and stuff, then I'll definitely try to get some done. I do have like 12,000 Onyx bolts to get through, so that's not gonna Alch itself. Yeah, not a good time. You can go to Birth Orb. For those who don't know, Iron Man money meta, like obviously Alching is. I probably wouldn't do this if I didn't have agility to go. So you can just sell 5 at a time, noted, to the Rogue's Den shop, and they give you like close to Alch value. It's not perfect, but let's say like 10% less than Alch value for the 5 items that you sell. So it's a good way to get like fast cash, and that's what I'll end up doing probably in the future. I don't know if you knew about that one, Hoyt.
I did, but is 5 the magic number? I didn't know that.
I think
something
you can
like
sell
that.
1 if you want max money. You sell 1 at a time.
It just takes forever.
But I feel like it just takes
5
forever.
times long.
Yeah.
I just shift click to sell 5, and you can actively. It doesn't take way too long, because if you're just gonna sell 1, you may as well just Alch at that point, right? Like just go and skill an Alch or something. But yeah, selling 5 seems like a pretty reasonable way to do things. So yeah, it works out.
Nice.
Is that also where you sell the rune arrows? Like if you're doing a
it's the same place. You'll sell 5 rune arrows at a time.
Okay.
But if you're doing that, you should probably also just Alch, to be honest.
But that costs nature runes.
I guess so. But you need that. It's good magic XP, surprisingly early Alching. It's pretty solid.
Oh yeah, very much.
Like I think it can net you like 50k plus if you're, pretty actively doing it. So
yeah, it makes agility
method.
So much better. If anyone's listening and you're at like Sears and you hate your life, honestly, try Alching while you run around, because even though it's much more effort, your brain, time passes by faster because it's not like a slog. It just feels better.
It's significantly less painful. You're right. I've definitely enjoyed getting back into the Alch agility. So, I mean, when you compare it to other things, it's still absolutely ass, but you got to do what you got to do. So speaking of, I had a little break. I decided, I was like, I got to go try out the new Slayer update. I got tempted. So I went over and I set up all my block lists for Turiel and Duradel, or Kuradel, I guess now. And then I did a few tasks. I ended up going and doing a rack site task. I mean, we all know how long those can take.
Yeah.
But yeah, I finished I was only missing the final Noxious Halberd piece, so I got that done. And then I said, as soon as I get that piece, I'm going back to the agility, so here I am.
Nice. GZ.
I've heard the Halberd's quite good for Doom, if you don't have a scythe.
Zolra now, if you want brain off too.
True. Yeah, it's got some like generic uses for CAs as well, so I definitely needed
Clue
it
scrolls
for like melee inferno and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Great weapon.
Yeah, I've heard it's good. Just a good general weapon to have. So picked her up, and now I can get back to the agility. So that's pretty much been it for me. Not too much. But before we get into our topic for today, we are going to do a little bit of community news. So there's been some big achievements in the clan this week. For better or for worse, we're about to find out. Well, we're gonna start with Sir Big Stew. Mr. Stew, he pulled himself his first purple from Chambers of Zarek.
Deserved.
And it was a Kodai wand. Yeah, I think he was like 3 or 4 times dry.
Woo-hoo.
Was he actually?
Kodai wand. Yeah, he was pretty dry. Kodai wand, first purple. How do you guys feel about that one? Would you take that? I mean, mega rare.
Oh, we definitely take those.
I would love one of those. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's a great item.
Elder Maul now is so cool that was never in the discussion before, but now, I mean, it would be good to have.
Kodai's best when you get it early, for sure.
Yeah.
The earlier you get it, the better.
I'd love one for learning Inferno.
And saving those runes as well. That's like probably the best part.
True.
If you're going for imbued heart and things like that. Though Mr. Stew has an imbued heart, so he doesn't have to worry about that.
Deserved.
Wow. This guy.
Yeah, he's got it all. He's on the way. Yeah, big for the iron.
We have
next,
to,
moving on to.
I have to say,
sorry,
we're talking about when he got a heart. In 24 hours, Sir Big Stew on his fresh iron got the Bofa, he got imbued heart, and a third age helm. The craziest streak I've ever seen.
That account is so blessed.
It's a generational tear. You don't see that very often.
No, beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a big night.
Yeah.
A few beers were cracked for sure. So we move on to the next piece of community news, which is Mr. AF Carl. We want to congratulate him on his Doom of Makahitol pet, but he didn't just get one. He didn't just get two. He's gotten three.
All right.
So, and no other uniques. Deeply unfortunate.
Little backhanded compliment.
But yet, yeah, not one, not two, not three. Is it just me, or is that pet like quite common?
It's pretty common.
At least compared to the uniques, like it's sort of in the realm. I've seen a lot of logs I've seen have multiple pets if they've got multiple uniques.
It seems
unlike
common.
some, you know, like some pets you'll see people's logs and they've got like one pet and like 10 of each of the items. It feels like Doom is a little bit more comparable number-wise.
I think it's like twice as common when you get to deep delves.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, that's an unfortunate one. Baited by the shiny pool that shows the unique light in the hole.
Yeah.
Hate to see it. And then finally, we've got another dry streak, an unfortunate one. P. Jackals on his Iron Man Zuck Me has sadly climbed into the top 100 at Muspa. Oof. He's 3 out of 5 on the Venator Bro. Hoyt was doing some calxing. He's 4.8 times the rate.
Yeah, he should have 14 shards. Poor guy's 3.
Yeah, Muspa's not a very fun boss.
Oh,
so I definitely.
What is he killing it with? Does he have a shadow or Tubo?
No, I don't think he has any Mega Res. I think he's just a Bofa Andy.
Just a Chad, man.
Wow.
Thoughts and prayers.
A warrior in the Crystal Warrior. I look. As a man who's spent a lot of time in the Gorok dungeon himself, I understand what it's like to go dry in the ice prison. In fact, I went there so often I just changed my left click on the ring to Gorok dungeon. That's how bad it was.
You're not going anywhere else.
No, I wasn't going anywhere else, that's for sure. So yeah, that's a tough one. But it's nice to see what's been going on in the community. So yeah, if any of you want to get some of your updates in there, so we talk about them on the show, make sure to join our Discord and post your cool different achievements in one of our tabs, and maybe you'll get a shout out on the podcast.
We did find out the link was like a 1 week link, so it wasn't working.
No way.
It's been updated for the Discord, so everyone should be good. But yeah, apologies if you tried and it wouldn't let you. So yeah, that should be good. We're still
working out the kinks.
We're learning.
Yeah, only episode. What are we on? 8 now?
7.
Yeah, we're on 8. So 7.
Yep.
Did I say episode 8 at the beginning? I feel like I've been a good boy and I haven't been using episode titles.
I don't think you said a number, but I'm not sure.
Okay, well, I'm not going to go back and listen.
No.
maybe Hoyt, you'll
Let
check
us know
when
in the
you're
comments if
doing all the. Yeah, exactly.
We're wrong.
So, anyways, yeah, feel free to join the Discord if you want to get involved in our community news section. So, I'm going to throw it back to you, Hoyt, because you've sort of prepped this next section, and you and Poplo kind of went over your Doom predictions last week, and I think you wanted to go through those this week, see how well we did.
Yeah,
you did.
So. Yeah. Poplo, just off the bat, before we go through what actually came out, how did you feel about getting all the CAs knocked out, getting your Zuck helm back?
Yeah. It wasn't too bad for me. It's not normal because
humble brag. This is not too bad for me.
This wasn't too bad.
Other people, it's pretty tough.
No, you let me finish, man. Come on. I've already spent a bunch of hours down there, I've already spent more hours down there than some people. So, yeah, I think probably if you're just learning Doom or if you're just going for these tasks, then probably like the Wave 16 is probably one of the hardest ones. Just like learning how to get into the deep delves. I had that one auto-completed because that was nice.
Oblivion, by the way.
Yeah. Because I still got my record of 30, so keep that going. But yeah, I actually thought they were pretty fun to try to go for. There's some pretty interesting technology that's been invented for the speedruns and stuff like that. So
were there any that
I actually thought they were pretty fun?
Were there any that you just hated going for? Like annoying, not hard, but just annoying or unfun, or no?
They're all annoying.
All of them, yeah.
The perfect one, that one is gotta be
those
the
are
most
always
annoying.
rough. Yeah.
Those are always the most annoying ones. One little mess up on wave 7. All right, just claim and leave.
That's
No sense in continuing.
a good transition. For the first one, you guessed that one right. You said wave 1 through 8 perfect, and that is
Oh yeah, it had to be.
what they came out with. Yeah. So, well done.
Had to be that one.
Yeah. Up next, we had the kill count that came out was up to level 3 for elite, level 8 for master, and Poplo got this one right. But there's no GM kill count. Not that I see. So that was interesting. Yeah, well done though on the predictions.
Yeah.
Speed run. It is okay. So Poplo, you said 9 or 9:30. The master is 10 minutes, but Grandmaster is sub 7:15, and you said 8:15. Okay, so I'm gonna repeat that because I said it weird. So for master, it was 10 minutes, but you said about 9:30, which is pretty perfect. But Grandmaster was a whole minute lower than your time of 8:15. Do you think 7:15 is reasonable, or were they a little aggressive with that?
I think 7:15 is fast. Man, that's
what I heard.
Really fast.
It's really fast. I mean, if you don't have Tebow max gear, like, I don't know how you're gonna do it. I know there's a video from Lord J Rays put out a video of no Tebow, no ZCB. I also know that he was seshing it on Twitch for many hours trying to get the speed run for his video, and he's a very, very good player. So
this one feels like a throwback to like a lot of the C. I would have brought this up last week when you guys were chatting about the predictions. A lot of the Grandmaster CAs recently have felt like pretty easy in comparison to how they were when they first came out. I don't know if you agree with me on that or not. But like a lot of the new bosses, they didn't make them extremely hard, like to push your limits with current max gear. They kind of made them a little bit easier. Like if you look at Yama, they didn't make you get full Radiant Oath Plate.
Yeah, that's true.
Etc. Going back maybe to DT2 when they were actually pretty hard. When you did have to get a kill, you did have to get Blorva for it. That's probably the last set of like truly difficult CAs. I know obviously for most people all Grandmaster CAs are hard, but I'm talking in relation to people who currently had the Zuck helm when the CAs came out. Like things like Muspa and Yama didn't take people an extremely long time to get done.
No, not really.
So these feel like a bit of a step up. And this speed time feels like a throwback to like the Whisperer speed time, which was an insane speed time when it came out. So difficult.
I was thinking I wouldn't be surprised if they actually backed it off to like 7:30 or something. I've seen a lot of people that just like do everything right, go like as fast as they can, and sometimes you just end up with a 7:20 or 7:25. Like you have to get the right run. I mean, that's how all speed runs are.
Right? That's like all speed runs of every different game. It's playing perfectly and getting RNG.
Yeah. I don't know what record is, but I don't think that like it's not
far
the 7:15 isn't getting cleared by a ton. So
I did hear I believe it was you were saying this, Poplo, that this seems like Tebow it's not mandatory now, but it's pretty dang close to being mandatory for Irons to get the Zuck helm. And also we were talking about Shadow, not Shadow. We were talking about Whisperer, which did the same thing for the Shadow, where it's like, yes, you can get it without a Shadow, but dude, I've heard bad things about the Whisperer time without one, so
it's pretty brutal.
Back to all mega rares
for hours trying to get it. I do feel like the Scythe is not necessary to get GMs these days.
I was going to ask that. Yeah, there's no CAs that are just like really hard without a Scythe? Because I haven't heard anything
some
about
of the top,
that.
like the top 4 speed time is tough, right, Poplo? But if you got the right boys with you, you can get it done.
I mean, they haven't updated. I mean, it's not that bad anymore. Now that we've got Oathblade, Surge Pot,
and
like. Yeah. Well, I mean, like for the other 3 people who are doing it, He
Yeah,
can
they
carry
really-
a lot harder.
They carry you, and you've got upgraded gear too if you don't have the scythe. Like you have your oath plate and things like that too.
Surge
yeah,
pod.
I don't know
makes a
how it would
difference.
be if nobody had a scythe.
No one had a scythe.
No one
Yeah,
had a
it'd
scythe?
be tough. It'd be some shadow technology, I think. P2.
Probably.
But yeah, so
I don't-
the shadow is definitely maybe not even necessary anymore because the Eye of Ayak has like really closed the gap, and you can see it.
Mhm.
The Sanguinesti staff is like absolutely in the bin.
So is the shadow, relatively.
Yeah, true. But I mean, that's kind of for other reasons that I'm sure we'll get into at some point. But the eye is quite strong.
You're telling me
So
I can
it's
just
possible to
skip
get it.
TOA? Just do the
Kind
TOA
of.
skip
Like the
account?
eye is not
I
that
would.
far behind. Okay, here's the thing. The eye. Let's just say you had a shadow right now with your mage gear. Hoyt, you have no ancestral.
I have bottoms.
Oh, you do?
Yep.
Okay, you got one piece.
Sweatpants.
The eye and
Hey,
the
that's
shadow get
33%.
further apart the closer you get to complete max mage, because the shadow passive takes over.
So it'd be really
But
good right now.
if you have
yeah.
like lower, it would be good. But if you have lower level mage
Mhm.
gear, the eye is like ridiculous. It's so ridiculously strong.
Yeah.
It is harder to use because it's only 7 tiles, 7 tile range, and it's 3 ticks, so you can't like fluff around too much. Like at the end of Toa, it's a lot harder to keep your DPS up because you have to move and stuff. But it's a crazy item. I would probably rush it pretty early on an Iron Man these days. Like both Eye of Eye Confliction Gauntlets is kind of your core, and then get Fang, and then you can basically do anything.
How hard is it going to be to learn solo Olm with the Eye of Ayak? Is the method just like so much harder now?
I haven't seen the tech. It can't be that bad though.
Yeah,
I
there's
think
always
it's
just
the same
going to be
because
a few tiles.
I think it's pretty much the same because it's like the Sang you'd hit 3 times on a 4 tick, and so it's a 12 tick cycle. This is just the same thing. The eye drags you, and you just do an extra hit as you're running back to the mage hand.
It's probably
So.
easier than a shadow, honestly.
It's more
Okay, good.
clicking,
I've
but
seen
yeah,
the
it's
shadow
probably easier than
ones.
shadow.
Shadows looks crazy. There's like the diagonal, and isn't there? From like the
Yeah,
back.
you have to go to the back of the
Mhm.
room and use
Yeah.
like weird drags.
It looks really
Yeah.
cool, but difficult.
But yeah, obviously shadow is still bis, but the eye has really specifically you need the confliction gauntlets as well to make it crazy. But those two together have really closed the gap. So
Yeah,
and it's grindable. Like you
Yeah.
could just do wave 7 clears, honestly, if you're not even good enough for 8, and you could get the items quite reasonably.
yeah. The
Have you
You
seen?
could probably do it with hard food as well. You probably just wave 7 hard clears, and it would be slower for sure. But if you're not dying, it's a lot more consistent. It's not that bad. It's accessible for like lots of different skill levels. So I know we talked about like Nex and stuff last week being like kind of inaccessible for the casual iron. I don't think Doom is.
no.
Maybe 8+ is, but I
No, I
think
don't
getting
think so.
the items is doable.
No, you just need 1 synapse, and like
Exactly.
like not talking about the combat achievements, because like that would be hard to
Yeah,
do with just
we're-
with no
we're-
mega rares and 1 synapse. But you could definitely grind it just with
We're a
Scobo.
little off topic, eh? But yeah, definitely as a main as well. Like if you're like on a 500 mil budget, you're talking Eye Gauntlets, Arams, or a Virtus,
Yeah,
Bofa, Fang, Whip, and like you're good to go.
the efficient iron, route now has the boots first, and then after you take the Avernic treads to Cerberus and finish Cerb, and then you come back for the eye and the gauntlets. But nonetheless, it's
You just
early,
still strong.
very early.
Yeah, and why not,
Mhm.
right? Like it's totally accessible with items you get in the mid game, basically. Tormented demons.
Yeah. So I look forward to going there and sharing the experience, but we'll all have to wait a couple weeks for the tail of that minimum, more than a couple weeks. But
Mhm.
yeah, back to the CAs that came out. So that one again was a speed run at a harrowing 7:15, and next to restriction, Poplo is right about a melee only kill. But there's also a surprise one, which was a task to always wear a shield for waves 1 through 8. Did you do those two together, or what was the tech for the melee and the shield task, if you remember?
The shield one, I just camped ZCB
Okay.
and just wore a buckler the whole time.
Very
And that was
nice.
honestly super chill because you like bring a one-way switch for your grubs and you just load up on brews and restores and you just have to get through wave 8, so it wasn't too bad. And then I went max melee, Inquisitors with the mace for the melee one because it's weak to crush. So
did you have to learn some like step out methods for that? Because I've heard if you're in melee range, he just fucks you up, or no?
He does, but I just kind of flinched him where I stood back, and then once I see him starting to attack, then I hit him and then step back again. So I was kind of just flinching him. What was super fun though about that one is DDS Dragon Dagger goes crazy during car phase because he has no defense during car phase. And so if you can lure him to a wall, then you can hit him with the DDS spec and you can hit like 50-50, like or more than that. So you can hit him like 100 plus with one Dragon Dagger spec, which was actually super fun. Just to rip 3 DDS specs on him and like just nuke him in a corner. So that was actually super fun. I barely completed that one too. I had 1 sip of brew and I was just chugging that whole time for that task.
Always keep my DDS strapped. I'm glad when
That's right.
Toa came out and we found out that it was like goated again. I was like, yes, it's such an iconic weapon. It's right next to the D-Sim.
It just feels so good.
Yeah.
So fun.
It's beautiful. And people outside of our game reference the DDS as this item you unlock early, but you even have uses for it at like the very end game, which shows itemization in this game is pretty unique. Because usually, like you get with vertical progression, you just get a new dagger, and DDS would be an Alch, easy Alch. But it's cool that we find ways. Also with Void, with Doom, a lot of people were applauding. No, I'm getting a little on a tangent, but it's cool that you get Void as an early account, and you end up using it for this end game, delve. Are you still rocking the Void setup for most of these CAs? Is that still in the meta?
Yeah, all the range ones I did Void.
Okay. And that's cool.
So,
I think that's sweet.
I think I did Masori for the ZCB just because you didn't get the max hits and I wanted the accuracy. But otherwise, yeah, I think I did.
How bummed were you? There's no salamander task. Were you upset?
Heartbroken. Yeah, sorry for all you Teku salamander buyers.
Investors.
Like myself.
Yeah. Oh, man. Did you actually buy some?
Teku Mark? No.
Okay.
I don't even know what they are, but they're not that expensive.
Yeah. So. And also,
salamanders in the bin.
Jagex, add the Teku salamander to the collection log. Okay. It should be a collection log. It's like 1 in 1,000. It's a cool item. Teku, yeah. Moving forward to stamina for the CAs, this section. Pablo and I, we both agreed about wave 15, but Jagex made it 16. I know you're talking about this one being the hardest task probably for some people, but for a guy like yourself, it's an autocomplete. Do you think wave 16 was a good call?
Pablo said 16.
I think he guessed.
I'm pretty sure.
I wrote down 15,
double 8.
I'm pretty sure
he said. I'm pretty sure he said 16.
Either
Bang
way.
on the money.
Yeah.
Either way, I think it's essential to learning like the boulders on 8+. You have to like learn how to flick so on wave 8 he shoots 2 boulders at you that turn your prayers off, and he doesn't do that on any other wave. And so the biggest learning curve is figuring out how to avoid the rubble that's falling on you and be able to flick your prayers on like tick perfect, because otherwise you'll either be 1 tick late on flicking your prayers, or you'll try to turn it on too early and the second boulder will turn your prayers off. So there's like, I think that's where there's like a big learning curve for going deeper than Delve 8, because you can survive 8 just doing it once, but I guess going to 16, it feels okay. It feels pretty in the ballpark, I guess, of where it should be for a Grandmaster task, and like learning that mechanic too. Okay. I think that you could also probably clear 16 without doing like there's like car park methods and stuff, which is where you like get them stuck against the wall for 2 boulders, or set the boulders, the falling rubble. You set those up in certain places so that he does a slam attack. If you haven't done it, then this is all not making sense, but you can set the boulders up to where you're always hiding from his slam attack, and it makes it a lot easier. But I think that you could still clear Wave 16 without learning that kind of tech, but you would still need to learn how to flick the prayers correctly. So I think it's kind of in the ballpark of where it should be.
Good.
Yeah.
Very nice. And then mechanical, we had no Demon Bane weapons. Did you double down on this with the ZCB run, or was this one tricky at all, or pretty easy?
I think I did double down. I don't remember exactly that one.
Okay.
But that one's also not too difficult. You just have to shoot the grubs 2 times instead of 1.
Yeah, if you don't remember it,
And you
that's
can
a
still
good
cast.
sign. It's probably something I might be able to do.
It says no Demon Bane weapons, but everyone was bringing either a Slayer Staff or a Bone Scepter.
Okay.
Is that what it's called? Bone Scepter? Bone Staff?
I don't know.
The one from Stronghold of Security. Whatever that one is.
Oh, the
Skull
Skull
Scepter.
Scepter. Yeah.
Skull Scepter. Yeah, because you can auto-cast Arceus with that one.
Oh.
And it does not count as a Demon Bane weapon.
Interesting. Yeah, I
So,
forgot that thing was
that one's
a
actually
staff.
not as...
That's pretty
Yeah,
badass.
it's kind of funny. And it keeps your death costs lower than using a Purging Staff or something.
Yeah.
So,
It's cool. I love all the
If
tech
you're
that's
learning-
coming out.
yeah, I was going to say, if you're learning Doom boss, then, I mean, you want your Scorching Bow, but, like, you don't need to bring Ember Light. You can downgrade that to a Dark Light, and you don't need a Purging Staff. You can downgrade that to a Slayer Staff or the Skull Scepter, and that will keep your death costs lower, because inevitably there's going to be many deaths, and they add up. And then you want to use, there's 2 Demon Bane spells that you can use, and you want to use the lower level of the 2, because if you're brewed down, sometimes you'll be brewed down too much that you can't cast the higher mage level Demon Bane spell. I can't remember what they're called off the top of my head, but you want to set your auto cast to the lower one so you can brew down more and still be able to one-shot the grubs. So,
Okay. So they're all just
Cool little-
Demon Bane checks. It's not about the power of the weapon. It's just, is Demon Bane
Right.
yes or no? That's cool.
Yep.
I was really scared when it came out. I thought I was going to have to go back for a 3rd synapse to like get the
I
whole
thought
triangle.
same
Yeah.
thing. Wait.
So
Yeah.
really glad that you only need 1. So,
Yep.
Very cool. And that is all of the CAs. Was there anything else about, the Delve combat achievements we wanted to touch on? Or really, I don't know how much we'll be talking about the Delve, because we've been talking about it for 3+ weeks now. So any final thoughts on that now that you got the green log and you can walk away and you got your Zuck helm?
Any last thoughts? I guess if you need tips for any of the CAs, like, feel free to reach out to me or other people in the clan or on Discord or whatever. There's a lot of little nuances to each one that can make it a lot easier, or ones that you keep failing and you don't maybe know why. Like, there's one where you have to do it with no prayer, like without restoring your prayer. But if you use a prayer regeneration potion even before you go down there, it'll fail it. So there's like a bunch of little nuances, but if you have any questions, feel free to reach out or something. Happy to help. And overall, pretty good. I like the CAs. It was just a 1 day, and
on a tier list of like bosses and wave-based activities, on a PVM tier list, what tier would you put the Doom of Makahitol in?
oh, flipping the tier list back on me, are ya?
Yeah, just one though.
Just one. I'd say, like, I don't know if I'd put it S rank, but A or A plus.
Nice.
I think
okay.
yeah,
That's awesome.
it's really enjoyable. The only thing that would make it an S and I said this before, is if you could skip the first 3 or 4 waves or something by using a consumable, because that's the worst part of the whole fight, is just having to do the first 3 waves or 4 waves over and over and over again. So,
yeah,
that's the only thing I think that could make it an S.
very nice.
Yeah.
All right, back to you, Heartless. We got a new game mode coming October 15th. Grandmasters.
Yeah, do you want me to run through this, or do you want to run through it, Hoyt?
I don't know. Did you read the blog when it came out? What do you think? You excited?
I've read it. I have mixed feelings.
Oh, okay. Some hot takes.
Yeah, you're gonna get some hot takes for sure.
I'll just read down the bullets, and then both of you, as always, just interrupt with your hot takes, because that's what I'm here for. So,
Hoyt, yeah, why don't you explain what it is and take us through it first?
Yeah, so Grandmaster just got announced. I don't think anyone was expecting this at all. And when I say expecting this, I mean, I don't think we were expecting any new game mode event. So good on them for keeping surprises, because surprises are cool. So they call Gridmaster a bingo-inspired community event. Heartless, why don't you tell anyone who's never participated in a bingo, they don't know what it is in RuneScape. What is a bingo before this Gridmaster thing was ever talked about?
Yeah, so a bingo is basically like a standard bingo board would be 5 by 5. Each tile has a task to be completed. It's typically get a drop. So, for example, get a purple from the Chambers of Zarek. If your team did that, then you would tick off the tile and sort of move on to the next thing. Sometimes bingos have variations. You have to complete tiles in orders, unlock other ones. There's gimmicks that are thrown around, but they're almost always team-based events, ranging from, I've seen, as low as 4 people to as high as, 20 people, depending on the difficulty and size of the board. But that's kind of the general idea. It's a team-based event where you're working towards getting drops or XP.
Yeah, and it's
as a group, yeah,
completely community sanctioned, and the idea has spread like wildfire, where pretty much every clan in RuneScape is going to be doing a bingo event. Everyone's a little different. We
have the best ones.
That's what makes it good. Yeah, we definitely have the best ones, which we try to do at least twice a year or so. So join Raidsbank Clan in-game. That's one word, RAIDZBANK, to make sure you're in the invites for the next one. But nonetheless, it's something really unique to RuneScape. A lot of other games don't have like communities that have this cool of a game idea that's so customizable. We try to make each one quite different, because once you do one, you've done 100 of them. But with the gimmicks, you can add new twists, and Jagex is taking this community-inspired event and making it official in-game. It's going to be solo. Usually bingos are team-based because the board is so hard, no one human could do it. Some have tried, but this one's going to be solo. I'll go back to going through the bullet points, and we'll get into Gridmaster here. So they did say Leagues isn't going anywhere and is currently in pre-production. I personally think this means we're not going to see Leagues until 2026. I think it'll be the first half of 2026. I just don't know where in the first 6 months, because sailing is...
I think it'll be the summer.
Yeah.
Or closer to the summer, because they want sailing to...
It's a priority.
Ferment for a good 6 months.
And Leagues are a ton of work. I mean, I can only imagine.
They run the back sometimes, though, to be honest.
They do, yeah.
Is it that much work when they just run it back?
Which is smart, yeah. So, nonetheless, we won't get Leagues until, sometime next year. At least that's what we're speculating, and that lines up with the roadmap and what's reasonable with sailing. exclusive worlds outside of the main game will be for Gridmaster. Everyone will have a fresh save and boosted rates, just like leagues. So you'll have to click on a special world icon, which means you'll need a separate account. Like you can't AFK on my Iron Man and get points in Gridmaster on my Iron Man. So just something to note. Normal for any leagues. Really cool part here. Free to play will be able to participate in a handful of tile challenges on separate worlds. So this is the first time I've seen a temporary game mode for free to play. So I love that. What do you guys think of that?
Cool.
Sure. I'm gonna reserve my thoughts until the end of the discussion.
Oh no!
I think it's all right. I'll let Heartless wait, but I think it's fine. There's a small community of free to play people that.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, why not? It's probably just gonna be like, oh, get an Obor club or something, and hey, what do you know? Free to play can do it too, but I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, we can save it.
We've seen some of the tasks from the videos. I don't know if you've put them in here, Hoyt, but an example is like mine iron. You can you can guess from their little Blender cinematic, but it's like mine copper with a steel pickaxe, or equip a cabbage shield, which I think you get from like beginner clues. What else was there on there? Like catch a trout. Like these are kind of the starter tasks that you're gonna have, so that they're gonna be doable and free to play.
Interesting. I didn't think. Okay, a lot of opinions here. The Blender 15-second teaser.
That's a whole different thing. That's a whole different thing.
I'm just saying. I don't.
OSR's obsession with Blender.
Yeah, no, I don't think that the tasks were hinted at during the Blender thing.
Really? It showed you a board though. Like it showed you items. It gives you an example.
I'll have
of
to
like
go
what
back
it could
and
be.
rewatch.
Go back and rewatch, because it showed like the
Do you really
Blender
think
guy.
one of the tiles will be like mine iron with a
Yeah,
copper?
I do. I think it's going to be that freaking easy, because I think they want you to, because each of these upgrade, I don't know if you've talked about this yet, but basically each time you complete one of these 49 tiles, I'm assuming you're going to get to pick from some kind of upgrading suite.
Yeah.
So like maybe you want double XP, like double damage for your melee XP, or double range damage, or double, I don't know, just making stuff up. Do you want 4x? Do you want non-fail thieving? You could pick some kind of upgrade to your temporary account, kind of like akin to leagues. But my guess is it's going to be similar to that. But instead of only having like 8 decisions when it comes to, progressing the sort of league style point-based system, you usually only get up to 8 decisions. In this one, it's going to have like probably closer to 49. Or maybe when you beat one of the tiles and it's like, okay, you get to pick between one of these 3 legendary weapons, like the Kopesh, I don't know, the stupid wheel that gave you different elemental attack bonuses for mage, or I don't know, a double twisted bow. So you know what I mean? Like I think they're going to be choice based every time you complete a task, and I think they're going to want you to start completing the task extremely quickly at the beginning as you work up towards sort of like lower level tasks, like get a fire cape, or
I think there'll be a task like kill a hill
steel
giant.
Dragon.
Yeah,
but it's going to start out quite basic, but
to get the momentum,
upgrades very quickly. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so the next bullet point actually is explaining this. So each tile will reward you with a boost in the form of previous relics, completion of quest lines, or something new. Completing columns and rows, not diagonals, will give you an even bigger boost. So obviously part of the strategy of bingo, the entire point is to get a column or row. And in this case, that'll probably like autocomplete or get you a weapon or just something huge. So you really have incentive to finish the last tile on that row that you really don't want to do, but nonetheless. So yeah, I'm excited to see it. There's 49 tiles though, and leagues had literally thousands of tasks. So
yeah, my guess is some of them will, like maybe 9 of them will be free to play, like one full row. So
yeah, like the center square,
in, like kill Bryophyta, or kill Elvarg, or complete Dragon Slayer 1. Like might be like the end of a first row.
Yeah,
But some of them are going to be tough. Like you're going to talk like Infernal Cape,
Oh, definitely.
heavy CAs on there, or like getting extremely rare drops. Like they're going to go pretty extreme, I think, at the end.
Yeah. And then up next, we have a new reward shop similar to Leagues, but future community events will allow these rewards to be available. So we're basically going to have a whole new tier of reward shop, separate from Leagues, but it'll be called like community events or like one-offs. So if for some reason you can't play Gridmaster, maybe next year there's one themed around sailing for 1 month only. If it's a community event, Jagex is hosting, you can use those points to get the Gridmaster stuff. Kind of confusing, but if you're in the audience to play one of these temporary game modes, I think there's no trouble understanding why it's different from Leagues, whatever. And that brings us to the rewards. Poplo Heartless, what did you think of the rewards? We'll start out with the shirt and cape. Trash. Yeah.
Incredibly lackluster.
Yeah. There are 4 color variants. Go
Why
ahead.
not put like a jester outfit for like, I don't know, graceful? Like it'll make it actually relevant to something we use in the game, not just like a random cosmetic that no one's gonna wear. Like, dude, how cool does the Shattered Relics tier whatever 3 or 5 maximum outfit look? The one where you're wearing like the round hat so you look like someone from Sleep, like one of those people from the temple. I think it looks so cool. It's such a sick outfit. Never seen anyone wear it.
Yeah.
True.
In fact, I got so confused when I saw that outfit. I thought that was the Virtus change, like you were gonna get to look like one of those dudes from Sleep when you're full Virtus, and I was like, yo, sign me up. And I got all the points I needed to buy it, and then realized the Virtus one was actually just not good at all.
Yeah.
So anyways, yeah, these ones suck.
Yeah, there's always something from the League's shops that I was like, that looks sick. Give me the blazing blowpipe. Give me the the pool.
The house recolor.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many things they could do.
These are like, what's the point, man? Why? I don't
But
need
these
want these.
I mean, we should probably go through the whole thing first, but this is going to be, these rewards are also connected to my overall thoughts on the product, if you will.
Damn.
Damn. Okay.
So these came
Hoyt's
straight
ready.
from.
Hoyt's excited for it.
I am. These came straight from Brighter Shores. Like if you put them on the left and right, that's like the starting guard outfit for Brighter Shores. It looks like that.
You're a huge Brighter Shores guy, aren't
Whoa.
you?
Huge, one of the hundreds. And
Hoyt, though, if you know him on Discord, he always has Brighter Shores running, like always.
I'm investing in the
we'll
future.
We'll have to talk about it one day.
Yeah,
we'll have to
one
talk
day.
about the game.
So yeah, it's called the Grid Tabard is the first cosmetic, and there's 4 color variants. The blue and yellow one, I actually did want to say, it's probably going to match the Champion's Cape, which is cool for the cloggers out there.
Yeah.
And then the Grid Swords and Emblem, I assume this goes in the cape slot. It pretty much has to. I think it's a cool... We haven't had cosmetics where you have swords on your freaking back for a cape slot. So I think this one might actually get used because there's a black and white variant. You can kind of look like Gommel or Vanica or something cool. And then we have a login screen chapel cosmetic. This one's confusing. So I understand the incense burners will look like the login screen burners.
In your POH.
But they'll be in your POH. I don't understand the centerpiece looking like the door. Is that the gilded altar piece? Like...
But dude, also, who has an altar in their house these days?
Yeah, only the 330 worlds. Like, who's doing that?
Unless you're one of those goats that opens their house all the time at 3:30. Huge shout out to those people. But yeah, it's crazy. No one ever uses the altar unless you're like a low level Iron Man. I used to use mine all the time before I had a pool. When I was like 50 construction, you built the oak one and then you just destroy it later.
I just wonder how the hell that
Strange.
door is gonna work. Like, it
Yeah,
doesn't
I
look
don't
like an
know.
altar,
and how it's
but
going to look with each theme, but whatever.
I'm interested to see it. I do wonder if the cosmetics rewards suck so that people don't have too much FOMO if they skip it. It's like balancing out the expectations. If everyone wanted the cosmetics and then the game wasn't fun, people would be upset because they're like, oh, I have to play this for 40 hours. But if they can skip the cosmetics, then they can have more fun just playing the game because they don't care. They're just there for a good time. I don't know.
Did they
But
say
yeah,
if these
I'll
are going to be
open.
tradable?
Good.
Like in game? Did they say if these are going to be tradable in game?
They should be. They should be.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because that's like how it
It
was
should
for
be.
the first leagues. Was the rewards were sick. You didn't want to miss out, but they're also tradable, so it's like not that big of a deal. So I would imagine, you know, that's not really an excuse that they can't make something cool if they're going to make them tradable. Because you don't have to play. I mean, you could just buy them on a main. On your iron, you do, which makes sense.
That's why we have you
But-
here, Poplo, because I always forget that people like you can just
Play
buy
other types
them.
of accounts. Yeah.
There's mains out there? Like, I don't want... The idea sounds good. I don't want to play this mode for the rewards. There's no reward here that makes me go, that's sick. I'm getting on this day one. Like there was in leagues. The Twisted Horns in the first leagues and stuff. Like, so sick.
Hell yeah.
These?
Yeah, I agree. These are
Underwhelming.
really, really weak by comparison to previous rewards.
Yeah. I will open the floor though, so Heartless, did you want to give us your overview?
Okay, I'll dive in. This is obviously just a test. It's just a test event. Like it's got no real substance. They're just throwing it out there to
Tinfoil
get the
hat.
UI. They're just throwing out the UI just to test the UI in game, basically. Like this is sort of a beta test for the back end for if they can even run this type of thing and have it be given over to the players so that they can use it for their own bingo style events for the administration side of bingo. That's my opinion.
I like that.
I don't think, like, you can see it with the rewards, you can see it with free to play being stress tested as well. You can see it with the fact that it's being run individually. I think they would run a second one as a team event, like where you can group up with people to stress test it further. Maybe I'm not 100%. I'm not a developer, but that's my idea behind this. I think obviously I love bingos. I've done like 20 bingos. I know you guys have done tons too. What makes bingos great for people who don't or have never played one, or even a review for those of you who have, the best part is you get to hang out with people, first of all. So you meet new people. It's a team event, which is something you almost never get to do in RuneScape. Like, yeah, you get to raid with people, but it's not the same. Bingo is like you're doing tough grinds together. Like maybe you're all stuck at Kriara and you're like 2 times rate for getting a piece, and then out of nowhere someone can just save you from the grind. Even though you yourself have contributed nothing, the team still moves on. So there's like a feeling of camaraderie. So that's sort of like the main, that's like, I would say basically the entire draw of bingo to me. And then the second part is that you get to progress your account meaningfully. So you get to go and do grinds you would have done. Like maybe you needed a brine saber for a master clue step and you've never killed one, or you need it for the clog. Something you'd never maybe do in your regular day-to-day. It makes you do other content in the game. If you're lower level, it forces you to, try things out. Like maybe you've never done Nex before and you get dragged along to Nex, or you don't know how to raid and you get dragged into raids. Bingo's a great time to step out of your comfort zone, if you will, because you're also supported by a number of other players.
Yeah.
And this is not that. It has none of those elements. It's not team-based. You're not meeting new people, and you're on a completely separate world, and you're not progressing your account. So it basically feels like a shitty leagues, in my opinion. But I think it could lead to huge things. I think it's a huge positive. It's obvious to me, though. It just screams as we have an idea for future bingo-based events, letting you run your own bingos. We want to stress test it, and honestly, I thank them for this because people will be interested. People like temporary game modes. Me personally, I don't. Maybe that's why I'm a little pessimistic towards this specific one. But as far as its application to the future, I think it holds a lot of potential. Bingos are, like kind of Hoyt said earlier, a massive part of the game. Yeah, that's basically all I have on it.
I do want to share something real quick, and then I'll let you finish Heartless, and we'll get to Poplo. So regarding the implementation of this UI and game, they said they're going to see how it goes after the event and then pull it next year. So they're setting the expectation like this will not be here for many, many months. So
it's obviously they'll have a lot to work out, right? But and like to further my point, I think this is a good idea, even though maybe I'm not personally interested. I think the rewards are kind of weak. It's not really anything close to a bingo. It could lead to something. Please, I hope they take their time with it and give us a user interface that's actually good, unlike the clan system, which is still a steaming pile of garbage.
It is. It's so bad.
There's so much more they could do with the clan system in this game, and it just hasn't got the love it needs. And it's really unfortunate. Yeah, we've gotten some cool updates, like we can see each other's broadcasts and like who've done finished quests, and like when people get pets and stuff, like that's awesome. But there's still so many more things they can integrate into it, and I hope that this is sort of the beginning of them looking into that as well. Just an idea. I know it came from a game jam. I think it was Madalena where she showed it off. I do remember that. Like, you know, she chopped a tree and got some woodcutting XP, and then like went and grabbed an item and take that off too. So, you know, I'm glad they're following up on this, and I think it has great future potential. But this specific event, I'm a little bit down on, I guess. So mixed feelings overall. What about you guys? Should we do Poplo next, Hoyt?
Yeah. Poplo,
Sure,
what you think?
I don't have a ton more to say. I like the very optimistic spin that you put on it, Heartless, as this is just maybe a trial beta for them, like putting something actually good in the game, because that would make just like doing bingos so much better and more fun. Like if you actually, you know, you're not just going into Microsoft Paint to like cross something off of your your bingo card.
You hit on the point. The worst part of bingo is the administration.
Yeah. Definitely.
Like following people's drops, making sure everyone's like doing the right thing, you know, making sure they have their screenshots edited up to snuff. Like there's quite a bit of pre-administration work you have to do to get it running smoothly.
Yeah, for sure. So if that's what this is, they should just say that. Like I don't think they need to, like, maybe they want it to turn into something more like the whole community games thing. They probably want it to turn into something more, but they don't have any ideas of like, well, other than bingo, what else do you do in the community? Like, what else do Discords run? There's not a ton. I mean, there's other little things, but nothing that could probably be done on like a worldwide basis. So I think they should just come out and say it, and then like still make the rewards interesting if they want people to engage in it. So I agree with you. It feels like a kind of a bad middle ground where it's currently at, but I hope that it leads to things that are better. And for administration, for clans, for everybody who would want to be involved in a bingo later or something. But it just is like, yeah, bingo trial and error is kind of what it seems like. It's a bit lackluster,
right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit lackluster. And the tasks, you mentioned it too, like, it doesn't, you know, it's, go get an oath plate chest, let's say, is one of the tasks. Like, okay, I really want to go do this on my temporary account, or I could go do it on my permanent Iron Man or main, and that's
why it has to be a test, because for this to ever be something that is used, I think it would have to be in the main game. Yeah, that's true, Hoyt. But I'm saying to you, like, here, I'll pose you this question. Let's say they come out with something customizable where you and your clan can make a full bingo event. If you had to go on a separate world to do it, do you think it would replace the traditional bingo? No. Do you think very few people would use it? Sure, it might have some like niche YouTuber cases. I think the only way it replaces or helps out the community as far as running bingo events is if it's brought directly into the main game.
I think Jagex would agree.
So yeah, I think so too, which is why I feel positive about this event, and negative is the same. Negative about the maybe how fun it would be for 4 weeks, but yeah, overall positive.
So what do you think about maybe? Here's a thought that just entered my mind. Do you think that this is like the remnants of the project Zanaris that they were working on?
Yes.
They were trying to do stuff for like separate worlds. Content creators can like modify the worlds however they want. Do you think that they kind of scrapped that whole project? Do you think that this is kind of what they came up with through that process? And then they're just like, okay, this is what we have. It gives you guys something. It leaves room for the future maybe to add on to. But here's something that you guys can do, and they're just not saying that full transparently.
Yeah, I think there's some fears with Project Zanaris as well, that it takes players away from the main game too much.
Yeah, I think yes and no, because Zanaris was a separate team. You
want to explain Zanaris first? So
yeah, if anyone can, sure. Jagex couldn't.
Well, you do it, because I feel like this is like right up your street.
Project Zanaris was introduced maybe a year and a half ago, and this was actually lore fact. This was Matt K's idea way back when OSRS launched, and after they had a big spike with bonds, the CEOs, whatever, the bigwigs, came and said, what can we do next to grow the game? And at the time, it was like 2012 or something, and Minecraft was, my timeline's messed up, let's say 2014, 15. Minecraft was huge, and so was Rust and Ark, all these survival games with your own server, with building, and Matt K's like, we need to follow this trend for RuneScape. Nonetheless, a decade later, we get Project Zanaris, which was going to be, you pay a bond or 10 bonds, whatever, a small hosting fee, and you have your own server where you can set custom game rules. So we could have a Raids Bank server with 10 times XP, 10 times drops, but there's always a problem. Private servers, you can like create your own content. I don't know if anyone's doing it, but you could create a boss or a world or an island, and people really wanted this with Zanaris, but they knew that was way too hard to figure out. What they could give us was a bunch of toggles and levers and knobs to turn up like range damage, or you are locked to Mauritania, and nobody really, obviously YouTubers are going to use it, but besides that, like nobody's going to use it. So I do have some issues with Mod North, but I think it was totally based and smart to say, fuck Zanaris, like, we're stopping it right now, because it just doesn't, it didn't,
I agree with you, Hoyt.
They were never able to give people what they actually want. And, yeah, it just turned into, do you want a sheet of, like, toggleable options? Everyone's like, this looks horrible.
I mean, in that case, I think it's probably better that you're totally right. That's such a good take, though. Like, Zanaris they could never do it, so what's the point then? So yeah, this feels to me like a fallback. They're going in a different direction. They've hit the table, and they're like, hey, what did the community actually like? And we've seen this, too, with the direction of skilling, like when it came out with sailing. They want to get a new skill into the game. How do we do that? What does the community want? So in this case, we want to do something like Project Zanaris, but we can't do that. What other direction do we go in? What does the community like? Well, they like bingos. So they like bingos. How can we help them with those? How can we push that forward? How can we get more players playing the game? Maybe this is their stab at that direction. I think it's a good one. It's a good attempt. We'll see where it goes.
I personally don't see the link between Zanaris and Gridmaster. What I see the link of is Grandmaster and us not getting leagues, but also that they understand that bingos exist and are a big part, and that they're a ton of work. So they know that like we need a bingo creator, but there is so much of a difference in coding one Gridmaster game for everyone to play, versus creating an ecosystem where you can create your own bingo. That is so much more work. Like,
especially integrated into the main game. It's
oh
tough.
my god, yeah. So
like you're not talking
yeah.
about copy pasting the world basically to to fresh servers and then changing the knobs and whistles and then giving people fresh accounts. Like that's basically what Leagues is, right? And then setting a bunch of goals for them to achieve.
Yeah.
Like obviously tough goes, a lot of work goes into that, but now imagine now they have to come up with a completely different UI that integrates into the game, that's adjustable, that can track multiple people working together on one different one. So like you, me, Paul, imagine we were on a bingo team, the three of us. Are they going to be able to sync all three of our accounts up together? Like if I get the primordial crystal from Cerberus for one of our bingo tiles, would it update on your two boards if we're on the same team? Like these are the kind of things they're going to have to think about.
Yeah, they're really opening Pandora's box with this, so they might regret it because people are going to take screenshots of this in a year and say, Jagex, you've already done it. Just give us the bingo UI.
Or I'm more worried if it comes out half-baked like the clan system did. And it's just complete dog shit and you don't have the customization that you need for bingos, then... or, you know, the ability to be able to put teams together or whatever it is, like if that example I just said would work, then we're just back to traditional bingos and it's a waste. So I really, really, really hope it comes out well, and I hope that they learn a lot of information from this stress test. I am a little bit sad that the rewards are a little on the weak side, but what can you do?
You know
I
what?
guess the positives is that it's contained to a world. You can't really mess things up by doing it. And we, as a community, have a backup. We have a system in place for bingos that already works. Mm-hmm. And like the clan system, we don't, other than like joining Discord, we don't have anything else. So.
It's a win-win for us. Like,
definitely.
It can only be more positive in the future because, running bingos is an administration nightmare. We do a good job of keeping the admin to an absolute bare minimum. It helps that we only usually have about like 80 people in our bingos. But even when we used to run bigger bingos back in the day, like we tried to keep admin to a minimum, you know, like captains just do their best to verify screenshots and not make it too extreme, as well as like making the boards like fun and engageable but not too complicated, not putting like 16 drops on one tile.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we've done our best over the years to like streamline the process, so I think we're at a good spot. But yeah, there's a lot of trial and error. Like there's some bingos we messed up for sure.
Oh yeah,
even during the raids by Akira, we've messed some up. Like we've gone way too big on the boards, or they got a cool theme, but it doesn't really link together. Our last bingo was super sick. I loved the theme, Hoyt.
That was good. It turned out great. I can't. Your team. I mean,
there was only so much we could do, right?
Early.
My team was out of control. Basically, our last bingo, we did a Zamorak versus Zami versus Sarah bingo. So you had to take these paths. You had to choose the path. And we kind of had to shoehorn into the theme. We did our best, you know. We had like blue related items were for Sarah, and red for Zami. And then once you completed a path, you got to this Gothics section where you had to get all the Gothics related or green items. And then you again chose your path before you got to the final board, which was just full of kind of random hard stuff. It was really fun. It just gave like a unique twist, right? So for the first day of bingo, you had to work as a team to sort of make it down one of these paths. But, would something like that be implemented into this type of system? I don't know.
Yeah, probably not.
I probably doubt
boards,
it, right?
No. I'm sure it'll just be a square to start. But I did just want to say the one thing. I know what the worst part of our last bingo was, the biggest lesson. Do you know what it was? What would you say was just a flaw, an oversight?
Never let me pick Vexty in the first round.
Yeah, that's true. No, the number of clue tiles.
Oh, yeah, true. But, I mean, that's kind of a bias in that we are the board builders and both of us love clues and not everyone loves clues. We also kind of had to shoehorn, like, Sarah and Gothics and Zami items. We were really reaching for, like, color-based things. So,
seems easy.
At some point, you type in Zamorak into the collection log to, like, bring up all the items. It's, like, mostly clues. So, we did what we could. You know what? People got some collection logs, so we're all happy.
It was fun. My team, we just went 6x rate for easy clues, and it was kind of like a tile race where you're all locked to like that row until it's done. So all 10 of us are ripping easies for like 10 hours straight. And
It's just
our
insane.
morale
My
was in
goodness.
the pits.
That's
I mean,
the-
it was
that's the-
crazy.
I mean, there's bingo up and downs,
That was
but yeah,
great.
the tile race morales are like they're really, really getting into the meat grinder for sure.
Bonding though.
It's definitely bonding.
So yeah, I do have one kind of a fun part to tie up Gridmaster, but I'll just give my take really quick. I think this is kind of the opposite of Heartless. That's why we make good podcasts with Poplo to break us up in the middle. But no, I'm full optimist on this. I think it is a preview of a UI that we probably won't actually get for over a year.
Wait, that's pessimistic.
I'll be pessimistic on that
I'm
part.
I'm the optimist. What are you talking
No,
about?
I'm
What,
the
you're painting me a
optimist,
bad light
actually.
over here.
I'm decapitated.
I'm the optimist.
No. Okay.
The slander. It's a good thing I'm
As long
here
as
this week. What would you have done to me if I was gone? Oh my
I think
God.
Grandmasters
Imagine
I
the
could still
is
be
scenes.
gonna
in
be
the
good. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna get the cosmetics, even if I never see the chapel one. But I think this is something to appease the crowd who really wants leagues and is really bummed we haven't gotten it. And we won't get one for another 6 months or so. More than that, probably. I think it'll be fun. I think the cosmetics suck. I'll totally agree on that. But yeah, that's kind of
Wait.
just my hot take.
Oh my God! Wait a second. Do we know the dates for this?
Yeah, I was actually okay. Good segue. It's October 15th through November 11th, which means sailing has to come
there's
after
no way
November
we're
11th.
no way we're getting sailing before this then.
No, 0. So it's got to be after November 11th.
And
Could be
probably
1
gonna
week
need it
after.
for the- Could be. I mean, like
Which
get
would line
engagement
up.
high, get
Well-
engagement high with a temporary game mode if it's decent, and then get people into sailing.
Bridge
I
the
could see it
gap
mid
of content.
mid November.
Yeah.
Maybe that was the ploy all along, was to dump a cheeky little temporary game mode to just boost the numbers for sailing,
True.
to get it back on people's radars. Maybe.
But I think, don't you think they have to wait a little bit because everyone's gonna? Do you think people are just gonna be burned from like
They
say
will
this
be.
is good? Like I don't know, maybe give it a month. I think do it over the holidays for the sailing drop.
That's what I would
Like-
advise.
Because if they
Definitely
did it
wait.
the next week, dude, everyone's gonna be like, this is good, but I just took time off of work or whatever to play
Sure.
Gridmaster.
Okay,
and now I
maybe
can't
convincing
play
me that it's a
sailing.
December drop, but then they're gonna get to December and they're gonna be like, we can't do it. We've got to push it
We can't,
to
mate.
January, mate, because
The
everyone's on
mandatory
holidays.
vacation.
Yeah.
I haven't taken me
Yeah.
6 weeks.
Yeah.
Me bloody 6 weeks this month.
maybe that's what happens. But
And just like that, we're getting close to next summer, guys. I'm just saying.
and then leagues get pushed and
then
Hearts on Suicide Watch.
There's a
Oh, no.
league. Oh, there's a riot for leagues. No. This is what happens. Is then they push it till next winter, and then they say we haven't had a leagues in forever. We want a leagues, and then there's a leagues, and then there's sailing.
Dunking 8-week leagues on top of us. And
That's
yeah,
right.
then we're back around to next September.
I
I don't like that
Winter
timeline. I
2017.
don't like it. I think
do
we're getting
think-
it at end of November, early December.
I do think they're making a big mistake even worrying about this event when sailing needs to come out and be good. Like, why are you putting
True.
in all these resources? I know you want to make us happy, but just go in the background and like knock shit out. Don't.
It might just be a different team working on this
I'm
type
sure
of stuff.
it is. I'm sure it is.
I
but
mean-
still, it's like make them.
But not
I
really
don't know,
though, because
help on
isn't
sailing
Elena
a
the
little.
one? Isn't Elena like chief girl on or chief dev on sailing? And she was
Yeah.
kind of like the inspiration for this with like a game jam. So who knows? I don't know how the company works. We should just
I'm
have
sure
them
it's a
on
different
one day. We can ask
team.
them.
We don't
We'll
know
just
what
get
we're talking
Elena on
about,
one day
but
and we can chit chat with her
It-
about
if sailing is
sailing.
bad, people are gonna say, "Why did like?" There's just allocation of resources, but again, probably a different team of people. So, but it's something to tide us over while we wait for sailing, and maybe keep everyone's mind off sailing, so they can work on it for 4 weeks in peace. I don't know, but yeah, that's Gridmaster. I'm excited for it. I did have
me
a
too.
part in here. What tiles would we like to see? Something cool with bingos. Every clan does them different. Some clans do XP based bingos, so a tile will be like, as a
Ooh.
team, get 5 million agility XP.
I hate those.
Everyone hates this. I wouldn't mind them, but
Hoyt, do you want to
If
say
they were easier to
why
keep track
I
of.
hate them specifically? You know my reasoning.
I know
I feel
good
like-
reasoning. Do you have good reasoning?
Yeah,
I
feel like
the randomness of a bingo.
I think a good tile is a random tile. It can be completed. It can be completed at any time. Doesn't matter if it's a hard or easy tile, but it is random. I think tiles that are guaranteed, like get 2,000 monkey laps. I don't know who would put that on their bingo, but that's just a chore. Like, it's something you can complete. You know how long it's going to take, and it's a chore. And my God, is it ever a chore? But it'll get done. But then someone's week is just spent, at the monkey laps. God forbid someone does all 2,000 by themselves. So,
Well, it's
I
really,
just don't like those kind of tiles. I'm an RNG guy. That's just my philosophy on bingo boards.
Yeah, it's really just a philosophy of PVM versus scaling, and we all know everyone.
No,
Like,
that's not
is
necessarily
98.
true, though.
I think it is because
But you-
PVM is randomness, right? It's also high skill expression, yada yada. But when we're talking about like rewards and drops, it's randomness. That's the addiction. You're spinning the slots, which is
Exactly.
fun. When you're lucky, you're on top of the world. When you're unlucky, you're in the pits. But that's the journey. And skilling is just the boring, linear, straight bar, diagonal line up. If you do X, you get Y. And that's good for the autists like me who just like predictable things. And I know exactly how many hours, minutes, and seconds and ticks it'll take me.
I see you.
But
Meanwhile,
when it
I
comes to a
force
fun
all
game,
skilling pilled drops to be
dude,
like
randomness,
Volcano.
randomness is a great part of games. I mean, that's why like gambling exists. So it's just objectively more fun. But I see the
bonds
appeal
the bingo
of like
team.
a challenge.
It bonds the team. It bonds the team though.
Yeah.
Like you win. It's a win-win. If you get super lucky on top of the world, if you go super dry, you're in it together, and someone will pull you out and be the hero. And that's the best part about the RNG tiles. I don't know if you can say the same about doing your 2,000 monkey laps to get your tile done. Like,
No,
you're just in the
but-
pits the whole time, and when you get there, you're like, yes, we
You are
can finally
rewarded.
start playing the game.
You are rewarded for what you put in.
True. I do see your point. It's obviously just not my gameplay style. Maybe
it's
next
not
time I'll let
exciting.
you.
It's just not
Exactly.
exciting. It's yeah.
Is it a volcano shard drop? No, it's not.
Yeah.
Skilling has its place in bingo. It's just really hard to find RNG tiles to put in. That's
It's
kind of the
hard.
problem too, right? Like, can you really put a wood cutting tile in? Like, you go make some poor soul go and get the fox whistle. Like, oh,
Good God, no.
make Poplo do it again. Double green mode.
Double green
Uh,
log. I never done. I barely did any forestry on my main. What do you mean? I ain't got no fox whistles.
I mean, it's tough too because, like, if you're the same people making bingo boards every time, this is a complete tangent, but if you're the same people making bingo boards, like, I've probably made like 15 bingo boards, you are pressured to come up with something new every time.
Yep.
Like, to come up with a new theme or to keep it fresh. Because at the end of the day, the reality is Cerberus will be on there, Muspo will be on there, Raids will be on there. There's only so much content you can possibly do, and especially if you like a certain length of bingo, like 5 days, 7 days, like, you gotta stick it full of all the content, so everything's gonna be represented in there. It's on you to come up with a creative twist to make it interesting for the repeat players. I would argue that honestly, there's nothing wrong with the classic bingo. I think it's a timeless classic. You just have the tiles as is with bonuses, and boom, people would love it. But it's tough. I do feel the pressure. I don't know about you, Hoyt. You've made a few bingo boards now.
Yeah. It's very, very rewarding, but it's a part-time job. The
Yeah, we
worst...
take like a full
Oh.
week. We do multiple meetings, don't we, you and I?
Yeah,
to get it
the
done.
worst part is, and I'm not gonna try to complain, but probably as like a teacher, you can resonate with this. It's like that 5% of people who are kind of entitled or like not great to graciously donate your time and energy for. Those really, I got to, bite my teeth and just push through that, because there's some people who are like, dude, I've been at the GE for 2 minutes. Can you please take my buy-in? Like, excuse me, I didn't see your DM. Like,
You get him, Hoyt. Get him.
Suck my nuts, you bastard.
You want to say any names?
Dude, I logged
You
out.
know what? We've got a fresh specimen here in young Poplo who's going to be taking all of the payments on the next bingo because now he's part of the clan.
no.
So
Dude,
you
he's
get to
gonna
do
be-
the best part of bingo, taking the buy-ins and holding the money in flat tokens.
He's
Yeah,
gonna be
yeah.
on deep delve level 32. He doesn't have time to take a pay-in. He's doing
Just hold on, I gotta
content.
finish this. I just gotta get this pet real quick, and then I'll help you.
I've admitted people into the clan in the middle of Soda Seg before. You just gotta do what you gotta do as an administrator.
Nice.
I like pop up the Discord stream mid warden fight. It's always a classic. Like, did you just turn your stream on? Like, yep. Okay, going back. What tiles would we like to see? Skilling, bossing, clogging. I am wondering if there's going to be a pet tile. Any predictions?
Please.
Pet
Yes.
tile? All right.
Pet tile.
I'm
Yeah, it'd be like get any pet. It'd be something like that.
yeah. I don't know. I'm really excited. I am a leagues enjoyer as of now. But there's been some leagues I just hated and I quit. So we'll see, you know, if I enjoy this. I fully plan to do as much as I can do. So
Yeah.
part of
I hope they have dumb stuff like you can wield 2 twisted bows or things like that. Like just like giga powerful things.
and that is
Or
kind
scythe
of like
is now a scythe is a one-headed weapon, so you can, you know, equip a shield with it or something.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
there was an argument you and Poplo had where it's like, well, if I have to do this in bingo, for Grandmaster, do I want to do it in the main game or in Grandmaster? But the difference here is that you're gonna have these stupid weapons, power-ups, boosted XP, fresh account. So when people are doing hard mode Tob and League, they don't feel like, oh, I should be doing this in the main game, because it's a different game. It's like, you know, an arcade style. It's not even, you can't even die if you wanted to sometimes. At least that was my experience with leagues. You get the most busted setup, and then you can just, you know, it's kind of hard to fail at that point. You just need to kind of know the boss mechanics, and you're fine. So I think that's a fun appeal.
I will give one rebuttal. Is back, maybe it was the last leagues or 2 leagues ago, when I was really grinding hard for the dust. A lot of people were doing hard mode Tob on leagues, and I was sending a lot of weedy raids. And as soon as that leagues was over, everybody forgot how to actually do hard modes in the actual game, and it was atrocious for a while.
Oh yeah,
banker's note for my tuna, bro. Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
oh, that thing was amazing.
Yeah.
It's leagues are also a great time to learn content. And there's a certain level of confidence with like just being in a room and clicking on a boss. You now have this level of familiarity as opposed to reading it on a wiki, and like it's cool to break the ice with leagues. And I learned like Grotesque Guardians because I had to get their echo weapon or something, but I would have never freaking learned that boss. Like, I mean, I would eventually for clogging, but I learned it a lot faster because I had to in leagues, and now I was able to go there and mess around and get a few CAs. So it's good for noobs like me who haven't experienced a lot of PVM. So if you're like me, I highly recommend checking this game mode out. Hopefully it's like that.
Very true. It's very fun just to kill things fast and hit big numbers too.
Yeah. I feel like that's it. You guys got any closing statements, predictions with Grandmaster, or clarifications?
No, I think I've covered it all.
That's all I got.
All right. I suppose up next is the chest room. Is that right?
Yeah, but before we should do the classic. We're gonna do this every podcast. This has to be the new ending before the chest room. So yeah, if you guys like the podcast, you know, feel free to come and join our in-game clan. It's called Raids Bank. It's spelled RAIDZBANK, and we also have a Discord. Like we mentioned earlier, it's down in the show notes. You know, you can come hang out, meet some new people, maybe learn to raid. We're always sending different kind of content in there. You can share your achievements, maybe get them shouted out on the podcast, stuff like that. We'd love to see everyone come and hang out with us in game, in Discord, and come and join the clan. It's a lot of fun.
Back many years ago, I met Heartless because I joined the Discord for his podcast, and I just started hopping in voice and making friends, and now look, many years later. So yeah, it helps if you need a community and you're tired of playing alone. Just get out of your comfort zone a little bit, come say hi, and we've got good people here. And honestly, no matter what type of gamer or player you are, there's going to be like a lunch table for you to sit at with people just like you. It might just take you a few tries to figure out where your group is. So if you're a shitter skiller like me, we'll get along great. But that's it for me.
All right, let's transition to the chest room. Great job last week, by the way, not saying goodbye and actually just going into it. That's the move for sure.
It is the move, yeah.
We'll see you guys making big progress. We'll see you on the other side for sure. Okay, welcome to the chest room. We got a non-RuneScape related one this time, boys.
Oh, okay.
Okay, because I feel like we've been doing a lot of games. I have some games on the back burner. We're going to save them for the future. I wanted to talk about something I used to hate, but I'm beginning to love, and that is
password storage.
No, it's mornings. It's mornings as a gamer. When I was younger, I used to hate the morning, like before work. I could never get anything done, and I would just have such terrible days. But over the last maybe like 6 years, kind of since I've become a teacher, and as I've gotten kind of older, so I was like 25 at the time when I started, I began like slowly getting better at mornings by like getting things ready the night before. So I started with like simple stuff like getting my clothes out so I didn't have to rummage around in the dark. Or I put everything into my backpack because I take a backpack because I obviously am a school teacher. So getting everything in the pack so I didn't need to like run around and find it, or making sure my keys and my wallet were next to the door on the stand. Stuff like that. Just started out with like super simple. And then recently I've gotten into more like, I wouldn't say extreme, but I've just progressed the morning routine. Like last year I made breakfast the night before every day. So just making like overnight oats. I don't mind eating the same food all the time, so it like works for me. And then this year I've started like meal prepping. I also, once again, don't mind eating the same lunch every day. But it's just nice to have everything ready in the fridge like the night before, ready to go. And it's just been fun. Like, I have to say, I enjoy the morning now. I get up at like 6:30. It's not super early. I start work. I have to leave like an hour later, but I can just like get a coffee, enjoy myself. I don't need to like stress about what I'm going to eat for lunch today or what I'm having for breakfast. And I've been eating better too, which helps a lot. So it's just generally helped with my life. And I just wanted to see if you guys do anything similar, if you have any tips about mornings to make them easier for you. Because we're all nerd gamers, right? Like, stay up too late sometimes.
Oh yeah.
Pablo? I guess Pablo, you start. What do you do? What's something you do in the morning to help you? Or are you like a morning guy, night owl? What's your vibe?
Kind of well, I am naturally a night owl, definitely. But by nature of my job, working in agriculture, it gets really hot out. I do start quite early during the summer. Sometimes I'll be heading out to the field at 4:30 or so, and I know there's a lot of people out there that 4:30 is sleeping in. So,
oh no!
But for most people, that's pretty early. I think the biggest thing for me, and I've started to notice this already this year, is like sunlight is a huge thing for me. Having sunlight like come into the bedroom, or waking up to like one of those sunlight alarms or something that slowly does the sunlight. That's like a big thing for me. When it's really dark in the morning, it's just so hard to get up. And so I think getting sufficient sunlight during the day and just like spending a little, not even time outside in the sun, but just being able to have a little bit of light in the morning, natural light, is like game changer for me to actually get up. Otherwise, mornings suck. I hate them. and I'm with the majority there, where it's super
Dude,
hard to get up in the morning.
I still agree they suck. But I'm telling you,
Yeah.
it helps a lot if you can do anything you do the night before saves you time the next day, and you get to even sleep in longer.
Definitely.
That's cool though. I'd never even thought about that. Like people that wake up at like 4:30 or work night shifts or something. Like life is just totally different for you.
Yeah.
It must be so hard to adjust. I know like where I live in Canada, I'm not that far north, but like in the winter, we maybe get how many hours of sunlight? Like it's probably starts getting light around 8 o'clock, and then it's dark at 4.
4. Yeah.
3:45, 4. So you get about like 8 hours of sunlight, which is it's not great.
There's a definite decline, just like in
general
you can see in general health, mental health, like overall mood. Definitely not getting enough sun does that. But yeah, I would say that's kind of my biggest tip. Yeah, taking I set my clothes out most nights. I don't always pack a lunch, but I normally do leftovers for lunch, so it's super easy. That's a classic too. Yeah, super easy just to grab them from the fridge. And sometimes, like, so whenever my wife and I make dinner, then we always just, make an extra chicken breast or two, just so we know that we have lunch for the next day. We can just grab it out of the fridge and we're good to go. And that also like gives variety. So we don't really do meal prep. I mean, we do, we kind of meal plan like what we're going to have each night for a week or so. And then we'll just take the leftovers for lunch. That makes it super easy.
Yeah, that's smart, doing like double dinners and then get to have it the next day. Really,
you don't have to make a ton of extra. Sometimes like I don't need a huge lunch. Like if it's hot and I'm working outside, I don't feel like eating a giant lunch sometimes. But like that time of saving to just grab like the leftover spaghetti or whatever versus what it takes to like make a sandwich or make whatever lunch that you have to like, that just takes a lot of time in the morning. And it's going to help your budget because like oftentimes if you have to take the time to make a sandwich or something, then I find myself just wanting to like stop for like drive through somewhere and get lunch or go out to lunch.
Yeah, it definitely adds up if you go out all the time.
Yeah, and it can add up. So that's what those are my two biggest tips.
Tips from the farmer.
The farmer. And drink your coffee.
Drink your coffee. It has to be done. You got to get a few cups in you for sure.
That's right.
What about you, Hoyt? What are your mornings like? How do you like them?
Oh boy, where do we begin? I love the morning. I love the crisp, the dew on the grass. The air is like cool.
Oh,
it's beautiful. The birds, everything's quiet. But I'm not a morning person.
All 16 kids are asleep.
Yeah. No, I am not. And I think morning people can be really obnoxious too because there's this like air of superiority.
Oh, 100%.
True.
And
especially
they like send an email out.
Right?
They'll send an email out at 6:15, to the full company, just so like they were there. And by the way, in the corporate world for you guys, that's early as hell. So, no, I'm a big coffee guy. What's that?
You send an email. What you do to combat that? You send an email out at 12:30 at night, and they go, "How do you stay up that late?"
No.
The 2 a.m.
Here's the thing:
Yeah.
if you send an email out, actually, that's a great double standard. If you send an email out at 6 a.m., everyone says, "Wow, this guy's up so early." What a go-getter, what a grinder. Yeah. If you send an email out at 9 p.m., they go, that guy's incompetent. He can't get his work done during the day, so he has to use his family time to. Yeah, he has no life. He has to use. Hoyt. And it's
so
fucking
true.
That is a double standard.
That is.
Yep.
The night owl's getting the short end of the stick again.
That's true.
And I feel like we're all a night. If you're playing RuneScape, you're probably a night owl.
Yeah. I struggle with insomnia in college, like pretty heavily. So I guess like some stress-induced insomnia or something. So I've like struggled being a night owl so much that I turn into like I stay up through the morning. That's the worst. But I love the mornings in practice or in theory, but in practice I never want to get out of bed. I feel like it's so hard to like get out of bed that early if I don't have to. But if I have a reason to, Like if I had a job, I used to work at Mike's Car Wash here in the Midwest, and you had to be there for the early birds at 5 a.m. So I was there at 4:45.
Get your car washed at 5 a.m.
Wow.
Yeah, dude, some absolute
the hell?
sociopaths are
Jeez.
out there wanting their automatic car wash. But
No kidding.
yeah, that's my take. I love the mornings, but they're not for me. I've never been able to be that guy because the cool thing about the night is no one expects anything of you. Everyone leaves you alone. It's just your own time. Once you've taken care of your responsibilities, and I want to milk that. The problem with the morning is I'm thinking about everything I got to do that day. Not every day, you know, but it's just
You're right.
doing.
It's a
It's like
different
leisure,
mindset, isn't it? Yeah.
leisure before responsibilities versus leisure after responsibilities. I'd rather do it after. But yeah, I do envy the morning people.
Yeah,
but you're
honestly,
not
me
better than
too.
us.
No, definitely not. The only way I survive them though is by like maximizing the amount of things I can do the day before, or else I'd just be totally screwed.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be in bed until as late the last possible second before I get up.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's a tough look.
I guess kind of on that too. One thing that helped me kind of like start getting up early, like in season. And don't get me wrong, like during the winter when there's not as much to do, I'm sleeping in until 9 o'clock or whatever, till the sunlight starts to come out. But
1 p.m.
Just like 1 p.m. You know, nobody needs me. I just
Gamer.
even on weekends, man, I'm bad. I can sleep for a while.
Same.
But like changing the sound on your alarm clock. If you use a phone, maybe just pick a different ringtone or something to wake you up. Just something that like your body disrupts the cycle, I guess, because you're probably like for me, I get so much in the cycle of just like I can almost turn my alarm off in my sleep and then just like keep going to sleep. But changing the tone or even like putting the alarm clock like somewhere else, like not just right on the nightstand or right next to the bed, but like putting it maybe on the dresser across the room or something in your bedroom
clever.
that makes you have to get up and go do it. Sometimes I've done that when there's like important meetings and stuff that I have to get to or can't miss.
Put the air raid sound on.
Yeah.
How many alarms do you guys set?
2.
Heartless is 2. Poplo?
So I got up at 6:30. I put one at 6:20 and one at 6:30. So I give myself a 10-minute, and I'm usually up by the second one. These days, I'm pretty good at it, but it used to be a struggle. I'd just hit snooze like 10, 12 times.
Yeah.
As I'm getting a little bit better at mornings, like as I'm starting to get things prepared the night before, I'm not as stressed about getting up. So I've been doing better. But yeah, I used to hit snooze like 8 times. My fiance hits it like 15 times, dude. She starts at like 6 in the morning and gets up at like 7:30. I swear to God, every 5 minutes she hits snooze. It drives me crazy.
That's more what I'm like. I'd say I'm up in like 30 minutes most days though. So
but how many alarms do you set?
I set 2, but then I snooze them. But so they're like 5 minutes apart. But I guess that would be like alarms? 4 or 5 that go off 5 minutes apart.
Okay. Yeah, I have a toxic trait. I have to set like 5 because I snooze. I don't even wake up.
Are you a heavy sleeper? Like you go all through the night. You just won't wake up if you don't set. If you don't set an alarm, are you done for? Like you won't make it to work on time.
No, it depends. I'll surprise myself. Like waking up before your alarm, you always feel like it's like a superpower. You're like, oh, how'd I do that? But no, I'm not a light nor heavy sleeper, but I guess I'm a heavy sleeper because I can go back to sleep on command because I'm so mad that I was woken up.
That's crazy. That's a huge
sleeper.
I will just smash that snooze button like 24,000 times. But with age and maturity, I've learned the first or second. But my fiance hates it. She's like a 0 alarm girl. I don't understand her.
Just sleep
just
cycle?
raw dog in life, dude.
raw dog.
How do you raw dog the alarm?
Crazy. I mean, I don't. That's nuts. The only reason I could get away with that is because I have a cat that wakes me up every day at 6 on the dot for food.
Must be fed. Yeah.
Must be fed. Will scream at you the entire time if you don't get up. So it's like, but doing it by the clock, internal clock, is crazy.
I bet the government has, for their atomic clocks, they calibrate them on cats that are hungry.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Probably.
No, I had to share my toxic trait. She hates it, but if I only set one alarm, I'm nervous I'm gonna like oversleep it. I don't know, just me.
I get it.
So my biggest struggle with mornings is, Heartless, you said you do overnight oats, but what do you guys do for breakfast? I feel like breakfast is super hard for me because
oatmeal or
overnight
granola
oats.
bar.
So that's what I do. Yeah, that's
Okay,
basically it. My fiance likes bagels. They're pretty decent.
Yes, bagels are good. I do oatmeal with banana and cinnamon.
Pretty good. Bagels have a pretty good chunk of calories, so they can get you through the morning.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I like the oats. They're
long,
just.
though.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I like them, but yeah, the oats are good because you can like vary them. You can like get a lot of protein with like protein powder and milk and stuff, and you can put
I get
apple
different
or cinnamon,
different
or
fruit.
chocolate.
Yep.
Blackberries, whatever's in season.
Yeah. Okay.
So I think it's pretty good. That's what I've ate for about like a year and a half now. And I just vary it a little bit here and there.
Nice.
Yeah, it works out. Take
What
it in
did
a
you say?
mason jar if you want to as well. Be that cool guy, Pacific Northwest guy.
That's right. With my big bushy beard and
Yeah, my Pabst Blue Ribbon. Yeah.
Hell
a
yeah.
little PBR. What did you say, Hoyt? What do you do for breakfast most of the time?
I do oatmeal with banana and cinnamon. I've been doing that
that's
for like
good.
a
Nice.
year or two. Ever since
Oh,
I got
okay.
to be like a bit more frugal, trying to save up for major life stuff, I realized that, dude, oatmeal per serving is literally like 3 cents, or it's like
oats
7
are
cents.
out of control.
Yeah.
on
It's
the cheapness scale.
insane, and it's
And they're
healthy, good for your cholesterol.
So good
Yeah.
for you.
Um,
They hit
so
all the macros.
I'm big on that, but I do
Nice.
the Costco bagels, but they're hard to keep fresh because two
Dude.
people
They go off so quickly.
do. Oh yeah. So you have to like freeze them, and then now I need. If I work from home, I'll throw one in the oven to like thaw out and toast, but then it's not the same. So it's a whole tangent. But bagels, I do hate how quickly they turn bad. So
Yeah.
And if I can't do oatmeal, if I'm running out the door, I like just a Nutri-Grain bar. Some people hate those, but I dig them.
I'm surprised you don't just walk out into your fresh vegetable garden, feel the cool
That's Poplo.
leaves,
Yeah.
and grab some fresh fruit and only organic
yeah.
things that you pull out of the ground. You clean the carrots.
Oh my gosh. Dude, my wife wants a garden, but I told her I'm not taking care of it. I spend my whole day taking care of everyone else's crops. I'm not taking care of our own. Like, that's all you if you want it.
It's a common theme. Like the landscaper has the ugliest yard in the neighborhood because he's like,
Yeah,
"Fuck,
exactly.
And
do
the
it all
teacher
day.
has the
Not
worst
doing that."
behaved
Yeah.
children. Yeah.
Yeah.
No kids yet. for
My
me,
little
though.
Timmy would never.
My
He's a
Timmy
good
would
boy.
never. He's oh god. We'll talk about kids' behavior one day. I think you guys would like that one. I have many thoughts, and I'm sure there's some
Oh, boy.
listeners who are like young parents probably because that's like our demographic. So
Yeah, we're all getting old.
I definitely have some thoughts. I've seen all the parenting types now. I can tell you what's good and what's bad, but we'll save that for another chest room.
Yeah, write that down. Parenting archetypes. We need like
parent
Oh my
archetypes.
goodness.
I'm telling
Yep.
you, there are parent archetypes. We will go
choose
through
your
them.
class. The rogue, the
Choose your
wizard,
class.
It's genuinely what it is like. We will go through it at some point.
Karen's the
make it-
barbarian.
Oh
sure.
god, for sure. Barbarian thrower, 100%.
Conan the barbarian, meet Karen the barbarian. Dun, dun,
Oh,
dun, dun.
That's too good. Oh yeah, that's pretty much it for the chest room this week. You got a little insight into our morning lives. It's nice to hear what other people do, and I feel like we all struggle. So whatever you can do to make them better, get it done. That's been it from the Raids Bank podcast this week. We hope you enjoyed. Take care.
Thanks,
See ya.
guys.